Hello, welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you are new. We are finally doing it.
Afraid to ask what that means.
We are cannonballing into Mary Kay.
See, most girls would do a swan dive, but you know that a cannonball is so much sexier.
Now I'm going to be honest, there are so many layers to Mary Kay that I think it's quite impossible to put an entire deep dive into one video. So we're going to cover a lot today. It's more of like a shallow skim of Mary Kay, and maybe in the future elaborate on specific things like the car program, but we're going to get a real good idea of how badly, in my opinion, these individuals are scamming people out of their hard-earned money in this economic state that we're in right now. And I have been promising this for a while, so we're just gonna get right the fuck into it. But first, we need the disclaimer.
Coast to the coast guard, wanna see my whole car. Used to roll on the slow like the boy from the Lone Star. Still here, I ain't gone far. Keep it cool in the mood, gotta match my tent. Dark in the cup, I'm lit. Don't waste time contemplating what hit. It's way too many ways.
If you're not familiar with Mary Kay, then this is the perfect video for you to watch. Mary Kay is what is called an MLM, also known as a multi-level marketing company, network marketing company, party plan company, social selling company. Some would even refer to these types of businesses as a pyramid scheme. I know, the horror. And this is because they work off of a recruitment-based business model, meaning people who recruit more people typically are making more money than an individual within a business like Mary Kay that does not have recruits underneath them or a team working with them. Now we're going to get into all of that mess so we can have a better understanding of how Mary Kay is working and what they might be getting away with that they shouldn't be getting away with. Now that we have a brief overview, we're going to start our skimming journey with the amazing, the incredible,
drum roll please,
Mary Kay Ash.
Who the hell is she?
Mary Kay Ash is the individual and obviously the namesake of Mary Kay. According to the Mary Kay website, Mary Kay Ash did start Mary Kay Cosmetics back in 1963. Now this might sound like it is potentially the very first multi-level marketing company that ever hit the market.
falsa, which is Latin for wrongo.
They, in fact, were not. That was actually a company called California Vitamin Company that later changed its name to Nutrilite.
Is that like Amway?
Yep, that's the one.
We're not going to look much further into that because this is a Mary Kay deep dive. We're just making sure we're citing some sources to let us know, to let everybody know, let the masses know that Mary Kay was not the first MLM. I think a lot of people do think that, so I just wanted to clear that up. Now, there is a short introduction video to Mary Kay Ash that I wanted to watch quickly before we move on to some more interesting things.
Ooh, ouch!
Mary Kay Ash. Icon. Leader. The ultimate entrepreneur. Her life was legendary, but her story began simply with 4 powerful words. You can do it. This sentiment, instilled in Mary Kay Ash as a child, fueled an unshakable confidence and belief in limitless possibilities. This belief carried her through childhood challenges, propelling her from a young girl of humble means with responsibilities far beyond her years to a sales phenom. But for Mary Kay, true success meant creating a full life. As a single mom and driven businesswoman, she believed women could have it all. And she taught her children that with enthusiasm and hard work, anything is possible. She would prove it. After years of being dismissed by male colleagues for thinking like a woman, Mary Kay doubled down on that strength. She not only shattered the glass ceiling, she built a ladder, determined to help others reach their highest potential. She created a company for women to feel confident, understood, and valued through the support of her family and a dedicated girl tribe. This game-changing business sealed Mary Kay's status as a shero. And through her timeless legacy, Mary Kay continues to empower women to dream big, crush their goals, and become sheroes of their own. Women fueled by 4 words. You can do it.
You can actually do it. That is accurate. And you can do it all without joining an MLM. In fact, joining an MLM like Mary Kay might halt or stunt your growth as a woman. So you can do it by yourself. Don't join Mary Kay. And that's the end of our video. No, I'm just kidding.
Please don't leave.
Before we talk about the next thing I want to touch on, I just want to shine a light on this being the way that the Mary Kay consultants view Mary Kay Ash. Now, Mary Kay Ash is no longer alive.
God rest her soul.
She did pass away back in 2001. However, these people still, and you'll see it in the trainings that I react to when we talk about Mary Kay, these individuals still very much look at Mary Kay Ash as if she is a god or some kind of higher power, and it's very, very, very cult-like. Leading me into my next topic, which is the Mary Kay Ash Museum.
You have to be kidding me.
I'm afraid it's no joke.
So according to the Mary Kay website, which is linked below, every single source that I have used for this video will be linked in the description. The museum is not called the Mary Kay Ash Museum, but it is called the Mary Kay Museum, and it very heavily focuses on Mary Kay Ash and her quote-unquote legacy that she left behind. Again, according to the website, the Mary Kay Museum is located on the ground floor at Mary Kay Incorporated's world headquarters in Addison, Texas, a suburb north of Dallas. It is open to the public for visits and tours. The museum boasts 3,500 square feet of display space, helping preserve the company's history and promoting heritage and legacy of Mary Kay Ash and the company she built. The self-guided tour includes exhibits on the history of the Mary Kay Corporation, on Mary Kay Ash herself, and the impact that she made on the world of business. On display, you will find products throughout the years, Mary Kay's first order, Mary Kay Ash's personal wardrobe, and a timeline of the company's accomplishments. Come visit and learn more about the woman who has helped millions of women all over the world and the company she created. So it's free to get into this museum, but I'm stuck on the fact that they have Mary Kay Ash's personal wardrobe. Like she is Donatella Versace over here.
You have no style or sense of fashion.
You started a multi-level marketing business and scammed millions of women out of millions of dollars collectively.
Which is despicable.
In my opinion, allegedly. But we're going to worship you and your wardrobe in a museum. What are we doing? This is where we get into the culty piece of Mary Kay. It very much comes off as a religious type of cult because most of the people who are within Mary Kay are very religious, and they pull that into their business to relate to people who are also very religious and, in my opinion, pull them into the business. But it just helps the argument that they could be viewed as somewhat of a religious cult with the way that they talk about religion itself and Mary Kay Ash specifically. Like they will reference her in every single call. We saw it with the woman that has been in Mary Kay for eons, forever, for years and years. She has books, like date books and photos of Mary Kay. It's just the way that they talk about Mary Kay Ash is scary, and it raises some red flags when we do mention religious type cults. Anyway, we're gonna keep moving. We have a lot to talk about. I hope you have a snack, by the way, and a blanket, something to just chill with me. I'm running this as a premiere, so I hope you're in the chat with me also. If not, pause this video and at least go get a snack.
Ooh, snack time.
And we're back in 3, 2, 1.
We're gonna move on from Mary Kay Ash because I've already had enough of her, but I wanted to mention that she has written 3 books also. I haven't read any, but I'm thinking about maybe looking into reading 1 or 2 and talking about it here on the channel. Don't know yet. I know that one of the books is no longer being printed, I think I read, but any Hoosier, she did write 3 books that these consultants can go ahead and use as their Bible if they wish to do so, allegedly. As I said, Mary Kay Ash has passed away, leaving her company in the hands of other people. The people at the top of the company, what is referred to as the C-suite a lot of times, you know, the ones running the company that is supposed to empower women and help women be independent people, able to raise families and run their own quote-unquote businesses. That that C-suite is primarily made up of men. The CEO is a man. The executive chairman is a man. The chairman is a man. And many other executives within Mary Kay are cisgender men. Yep. Go women. Now let's talk about the products really quickly. As far as the products go, we're not going to spend a lot of time on the products. It's not typically what we talk about here on my channel. I know it's kind of strange. We talk about MLMs a lot, but we don't really talk about the products. That's because they don't typically talk about the products. We talk about the problematic behavior of recruiting, making more off of your team than you make off of your own sales, things like that. But I do want to talk about the products a little bit just so that we have a better idea of what the products are, what they're charging, and all of those things. Now, like I said, they are a skincare and makeup company. Something that you hear a lot of the consultants talk about is something called Time-Wise. This is a very popular skincare line that people buy into a lot. They sell them in bundles. So the bundles are priced probably around lower to middle end Ulta Sephora products. So you can get 7 products for $208. This is all a little too pricey for my liking. To touch on their makeup, I have used their eyeshadows and blushes in the past, and I will say that I hated them. The pigment was trash and the fallout was awful. I just never liked their blush or their eyeshadows, and that is really the only experience I have. And again, it is priced like lower end to middle Ulta Sephora products again, so I just really don't feel like they are worth that amount of money. That's all we're really going to talk about as far as the products go, because we have a ton of shit to cover in the compensation plan, in the contracts, in the car program. So we're going to move on to that. We're going to start with the sign up process, what the sign up process looks like, what you have to do to sign up, and how it goes. I actually went through almost the entire sign up process this morning, but obviously didn't hit that last page because I needed to see the process for this video, right?
For research purposes.
When you first go to the sign up page on the Mary Kay website, it does give you 2 kit options. So you know that you have 2 kit options going into this. There is an E-Start kit and there is a Pro Start kit. Now, obviously the Pro Start kit is going to come with more, but we're going to start with looking what the E-Start kit comes with. Before you even look at what the kits come with, you do have this graphic on the website that tells you no matter which startup option you choose, you will get customer support, which is interesting. Customer support. You're the customer? Customer support that offers professional, helpful services, access to business resources throughout the Mary Kay In Touch website, free apps to help you sell Mary Kay products anytime, anywhere, and digital marketing resources that give you a branded advantage. So you get that in every single kit. Now let's look at what the E-Start kit comes with. The first step in starting a Mary Kay business is Mary Kay E-Start. It includes business essentials to help you get started. You'll receive a few key Mary Kay product samples along with informational materials that are fun and functional. It includes a welcome brochure, great start brochure, the look catalog, Time-Wise Miracle Set sample set in normal dry, Time-Wise Miracle Set sample set in combination oily, Time-Wise eye cream samples, a pack of 6, plus access to a beautifully branded Mary Kay personal website for 1 year. That's longer than Scentsy. Oh, free apps to help you sell Mary Kay products anytime, anywhere, online step-by-step education to help you grow as you go, digital tools and marketing resources for managing your business, and customer support, which again, you're the customer. Are we admitting that the consultants within Mary Kay are the customers? Things that make you go, Now let's look at what you get with the Pro Start kit. Mary Kay Pro Start. Literature and education. Flip chart binder with pages. Okay. Weirdly worded. Sales tickets, a pack of 50. Beauty profile cards, a pack of 30. The look catalog, a pack of 10. Party supplies, Mary Kay Pro Start tote, mirror with tray, disposable trays, Mary Kay Ultimate Mascara sample wands, doe foot applicators, and then you get product samples, Time-Wise Repair, Voluform sample sets, Mary Kay hydrating samples, Mary Kay mattifying samples, and then you get a bunch of retail size products, and it says start like a pro. To me, looking at this kit, it looks like it's geared just toward people who want the full-size product. What it's giving for me is when you used to go, I don't know if they still do it, but if you used to go to the beauty counters, like if you go to a Clinique counter in Macy's or whatever department store that you go to the Clinique counter in.
Let's scoot away from the Clinique counter for a minute.
If you go there and buy a bunch of stuff or a couple of things, and then you get this free tote that looks like that Mary Kay tote actually, and you get like the samples and shit inside. That is what this is giving. I don't know. Am I alone in thinking that? Are you with me? Anybody else see the same thing?
Yeah, you're not alone with that.
Now that we know what the kits are that you can get, all of the goodies that you get in each kit, if you will, we're going to talk about the legal shit.
Why is there so much legalese in here?
You know, the consultant agreement that most consultants sign without even reading. I did it 4 fucking times.
Oh, ouch.
Yeah, ouch is right.
No judgment here, but you know, after we learn the lessons the hard way, we take a closer look at everything that we missed, and that's what we're going to do here. The first thing we're going to look at is obviously the main thing, the consultant agreement. There are a couple of other legal documents that I'm going to pull a couple of things that people need to be way more aware of than they actually are. Now, of course, I'm not going to read through every single word on each document.
Thank God.
That would be asinine, and we don't want to be here for 5 hours. I'm just going to pull a couple of things from each document that really shines a light on the questionable practices of multi-level marketing companies that a lot of people, when they're signing up for these companies, are very blind to, myself included. So I'm going to start with number 4 on the independent beauty consultant agreement under section A of this agreement. It says the independent beauty consultant agrees to protect the Mary Kay trademark and trade name by obtaining the company's written permission prior to my use in any advertising, including but not limited to the internet or literature other than company published material. I understand that display or sale of Mary Kay products in or to public retail or service establishments of any kind, including internet retail or auction sites, is prohibited under the terms of this agreement. I agree that I will not directly or indirectly through any intermediary or instrumentality,
Holy cow, that's a big word.
offer for sale or facilitate the offering of Mary Kay products for sale through such establishments or websites, including but not limited to eBay and Amazon. I understand that the obligations in this paragraph survive the termination of this agreement. So what that means is that until the end of time, you cannot ever, even if you are no longer with Mary Kay, sell or promote the sale of any product that has the Mary Kay name on it, ever. The reason I wanted to point that out is because it's a great initial statement to show these individuals that they actually do not own their own business. They don't even have the say in how or where they are selling the products that they are purchasing to sell. So it is not their business. And we've heard so many Mary Kay consultants say that it is their business on this channel, on social media, in person. We've all been there. We've heard them saying this is their business. They started a business. Do you want to start your own business? This is not your own business. Exhibit A. And to follow that one up, we're going to move on to number 7 in the same section. It reads, I am not a joint venturer with or franchisee, partner, agent, or employee of company. I have no power or authority to incur any debt, obligation, or liability on behalf of company. I understand that all independent beauty consultants, independent sales directors, and independent national sales directors are independent contractors and are subject to this provision. Independent contractors, not business owners.
Next order of business.
Mary Kay's product repurchase policy. These are always so fun to look at because the fine print is so fine. First, let's get a basic overview. What is Mary Kay's repurchase policy?
I'm glad you asked me that question, Lonesome.
The repurchase policy is described in the Independent Beauty Consultant Agreement and covers the return of both a starter kit and Section 1 products. With regards to return of a starter kit, Section B5 of the agreement provides that the company agrees to accept consultants' cancellation of the agreement within 30 days after acceptance of the agreement by company and upon return of consultant's original and unused starter kit to company, to refund to consultant the consultant's cost of the starter kit. Or if agreement is terminated and consultant's original and unused starter kit is returned to the company after the cancellation period and within 1 year of purchase, to repurchase such starter kit at 90% of consultant's original net cost. With regards to the return of Section 1 products, Section B6 of the agreement provides that the company agrees to repurchase upon termination of this agreement at 90% of the consultant's original net cost. Original and unused Section 1 products, provided such items were purchased by consultant from company within 1 year prior to return. So that alone should give you a good idea of how complicated these product repurchase policies are. Now, if you remember from everything that happened with LuLaRoe in the years past, if you followed along with that, the repurchase policy was a big issue. And they followed a similar repurchase policy to Mary Kay and a lot of other MLMs. However, they were not refunding. That's a video for a different day. The stipulations that they put already tell you, in my opinion, that it's going to be quite a headache to get any kind of money back from these kits unless you just did not even touch the box that it arrived to your house in. Like you didn't even break the seal on that box. Then you might have a chance. Otherwise, it's going to be a little difficult. There's a little Q&A section on here, and it says one of the questions is what products are eligible for repurchase? Any original, unused, and unopened Section 1 products that you return within 1 year of purchase from the company. So it has to be completely unopened. I went through the rest of their repurchase policy as well as their privacy policy, and there really wasn't much more to point out. Again, it's typical fine print within the MLM, basically reminding you that you're an independent contractor, not an actual business owner when you are just a consultant with Mary Kay. With that said, I do want to point out one thing because I didn't notice it in the privacy policy or in the consultant agreement is the social media aspect of things, which I have to give them props for if this is not something that they follow. Something that I've noticed with a lot of MLMs in the past, Sensi being one of them, when you sign a contract with a lot of MLMs, you are giving them your social media accounts if you ever talk about that MLM on your social media account ever. So if you mention one thing about the MLM that you're part of, one thing about the products of the MLM that you're part of, they will own your account. If you decide to leave said MLM, they can take action if they wanted to. I have never heard of an MLM company taking action on this. If they wanted to be nasty and petty, they could go after your social media account and have it completely shut down. And that is the way a lot of people make their bread and butter these days. So it's something you have to be very, very careful of when you join an MLM like Mary Kay. But again, I am not seeing this anywhere in Mary Kay's contract. So props to them for not holding this over their consultants' heads. Well, that about covers the sign-up process. Now we're going to move on to the compensation plan. And to be honest, this is one of the more annoying things about Mary Kay is that it's hard to find an MLM compensation plan that is straightforward and easily understood. This is also true for Mary Kay times 10. I am a very visual person, so when they do graphs, say like Sensi does, it's easier for me to look at and be like, okay, so here's what we're looking at. This, not so much. It's bullet points for each consultant title within Mary Kay. It's a very interesting way of laying things out. They also do not have an easily findable, I don't know. I think you get what I'm saying.
Sure.
An easily findable income disclosure statement for the US. I have seen the Canadian one. I'm still trying to find the US one. For now, let's look at the compensation plan. We're going to start with the first title and just go through the differences between each one as the ranks go up and as the dollar signs go up. The very first title for a Mary Kay consultant is the independent beauty consultant. They have the potential to earn 50% profit on personal retail product sales. And if you notice, there's a little asterisk. I just call it a star. There's a little star there. And if you go to the fine print at the bottom of this page, it says the 50% profit profit potential is based on a minimum $225 wholesale Section 1 product sales volume. So you have to be spending $225 in wholesale of Section 1 products, which we still aren't sure what that is. I'm hoping we come across that in the consultant material, but that is something to know. Have to spend $225 wholesale buying your product before you make a 50% profit on anything you buy or sell. Anyway, they also earn a discount privilege, whatever that means. They get a great start bundle, it looks like, ready, set, sell rewards. So these look like incentives that they're able to work toward. Star Consultant Program prizes. That is basically more incentives. So they have different things that they have to reach in order to get these prizes. Eligibility to earn rewards from seminar, you know, the one that we've heard all about where you wear a crown and sit on a throne. And eligibility to attend company events. Oh, goody. Don't forget your jacket in the bathroom. Moving on from there, your next level up as a Mary Kay consultant is the independent senior beauty consultant. This requires you to have 1 or 2 active personal team members. And if you notice there, they have a little teeny tiny cross. If you go down to the bottom, there's some more fine print about what that cross means. And it says an independent beauty consultant is considered active with personal retail sales of $225 in wholesale Section 1 products and will remain active for 2 months following any month with this amount in sales. Now we're learning something new. Every 3 months, Mary Kay beauty consultants have to sell $225 worth of wholesale products. So almost $500 worth of products retail, they have to sell every 3 months in order to stay active as a Mary Kay beauty consultant. Otherwise, they are considered inactive. Meaning, in most cases, you can only be inactive for a certain amount of time before you get terminated. So again, you have the potential for 50% profit. Again, only if you have a product sales volume of $225 in wholesale. You see how complicated they make this? The way you get paid from your business or your job should not be this complicated ever. And if it is, that's a red flag. You also, as the senior beauty consultant, get the earned discount privilege. You also get 4% of your personal team's commission. So this is where your bonus comes in from the little pyramid, in my opinion, that you start to build under you. So you get 4% of your personal team's commission. You also get all of the great start things. And then you get everything else that you got as a regular beauty consultant. Moving on. Here's where the jackets come in. We've got jackets, y'all. At the top of this explanation for the red jacket wearers, it says a red, like you just call them a red? Like they're not even people, they're just a color. A red is a star team builder, team leader, or elite team leader. So star team builder has 3 or 4 active personal team members. So again, remember they have to be selling $225 worth of wholesale products in that month, in a 3-month period, in order for these teammates underneath you to be considered active. So you have 3 or 4 of those. You again have your 50% profits, earn discount privilege. You get 4%, 6%, or 8% personal team commissions from your team. Then of course they get all of the same things that the other consultants get, as well as eligibility to purchase and wear a red jacket. 50% off your first time purchase. We're going to touch on all the jacket options after we go through the compensation plan and the car program, but just bear with me. We're going to get there. And if you want to skip ahead, chapters are right here at the bottom or in the description. Moving on from Star Team Builder, we have a team leader. A team leader has 5 to 7 active personal team members. Again, all of the same things, 50% profit, discount privilege, 9% or 13% on personal team commissions, and then all of the same things that you get everywhere else. The elite team leader, the only difference is that they have 8 or more active personal team leaders. You can earn everything that we already talked about, and the percentage for the team commission is the same. It's 9 or 13%. Now we're getting into the pink jacket wearers. This jacket, I want it so bad.
Is that sarcasm?
the first level in the pink jackets is independent sales director. Wow. So they get everything we already talked about, including 4%, 9%, or 13% of personal team commissions, unit commission. So in Mary Kay, your team, your, structure is called a unit. So that's what they're referring to when they say unit. Unit commission of 9, 13, or 23%. All of the great start incentive stuff. They also have the potential to earn the Cadillac bonus, which also we're going to talk about. They get a top sales director trip. They get a unit circle bonus, wellness award bonus. And again, they get the privilege of purchasing a pink jacket. It just blows my mind. Like, oh, I'm so honored to buy this ugly jacket. Anyway, that's just my opinion. Independent senior sales director gets everything. So I'm not going to go through the rest of these. I'll just leave them on the screen because it's so repetitive. As they go up, they just get a higher percentage, but I'm going to list off the rest of the ranks because there are still quite a few and it doesn't make much sense. After the independent sales director, which is the first pink jacket level, we have the independent senior sales director. We have the independent future executive senior sales director. What? They have middle ranks. You go from independent senior sales director to independent future executive senior sales director to independent executive senior sales director. Why not just get rid of the future one? And then you have independent elite executive senior sales director. Let's see how many important words we can get into one consultant title to confuse the fuck out of everybody and make them think that they sound so important. What are we doing? So then we have this next cluster of consultants that they just put into one, and that is called Independent National Sales Director through Elite Executive National Sales Director. They get all the same things, more percentage on their team and downline, more bonuses because, they recruited everybody. They get the car program, family security program, eligibility to qualify for the family security program, whatever that is. Again, there are so many layers to Mary Kay, and maybe we'll talk about more of the things that they're talking about in a future video, but to unpack every little piece of it is going to be nearly impossible. I'm going to miss some things, and I'm probably going to misstate some things unintentionally, so I apologize. But I think that we're going to have a great understanding of how much of a potential scam becoming a Mary Kay consultant can be with the information that we have in this video.
All right, well, let's get back to it.
Okay, and then we have the car programs. I can't find much more on this car program. So I'm going to work with what we have and we're going to dissect what we can. At the end of the Mary Kay compensation plan that is linked below, there's a whole page on the car program. And it says, "We love revved up rewards." And in the corner, there's a little circle that says, "Best of the best. Only the top 1% qualify to earn the use of a career car." Barf. Get on the fast track to success and hit the road in one of these magnificent Mary Kay career cars. So the 3 cars that they have to choose from are a Chevy Trax, a Chevy Equinox, and a Cadillac Optique, which is, I believe, the electric car now. Boogie, woogie, woogie. And from what I understand, I guess a lot of the Mary Kay consultants were not happy when they changed the Escalade to the Optique. I mean, can you blame them? But also, I would never put my ass in a car that has a Mary Kay emblem on it, let alone a Mary Kay pink car. Any Hoosier. The Chevy Trax is going to be the Grand Achiever car. Now, the colors that they are, I believe those are the colors that they get. So this one is gray. You can earn the use of a Chevy Trax or cash compensation of up to $425 per month as a Grand Achiever qualifier. The Premier Club, which is the middle car, is black, and it is the Chevy Equinox. You can earn the use of a Chevy Equinox or cash compensation of up to $525 per month as a Premier Club qualifier. And then the pink Cadillac, which is the Optique, you can earn the use of it or cash compensation of up to $925 a month as a Cadillac qualifier. Now, something that is important to mention, most of these car programs, again, I can't find the absolute specifics of the Mary Kay career car program. Unfortunately, at this time, Maybe in the future we'll have a whole car program deep dive. But today we're going to work with what we have. The car programs typically run off of kind of like a rebate system. So what happens is after you qualify for the car, you go to the dealership. You still have to apply for either a loan or a lease because they have to make sure that you are somebody with good credit and they can rely on the fact that they're going to get their money. So you have to do that with your credit, your social security number, your name, your address, not Mary Kay's. It's in your name. You're responsible for it. Once you are approved, you have to then hit your numbers every single month so that you can get your bonus of $425 a month, $925 a month every month to pay that car note, or else you are then responsible for that amount of money. If you have that amount of money just laying around from your full-time job, or you're making enough sales in Mary Kay that you already have that amount of money put aside, good for you. You could pay your car payment. But if you're relying on the car program bonus that they send you to pay that car note, you're you got to figure it out. Mary Kay doesn't care. They're going to get theirs no matter what. You're going to take a hit on your credit because now you're responsible for this payment that you can't pay. And if you leased it, if it's a lease, they're coming to get the car and you're done. So just keep that in mind when you're working toward your Mary Kay career car. Now let's read the fine print at the bottom of this page. Only the top 1% of Mary Kay independent sales force earn the use of Mary Kay career car through their Mary Kay business. This brochure provides a brief description of some of the incentive programs as of July 2025. The company reserves the right to alter, modify, or change commissions, bonuses, or any terms of the incentive programs described herein. Oh, that's interesting. I thought it was my own business. Vehicle models, equipment, and cash compensation amounts are subject to change. That's another thing you have to think about. This is laughable. I'm so sorry. If you go to the website or you go to where they tell you to look at more information on their career car program, you will find a very brief write-up on the screen here, just like it's on the website. It says, Mary Kay independent beauty consultants who reach the status of Mary Kay independent sales director can earn the use of a Cadillac. This is the wrong car, but this is the current verbiage. Cadillac XT5 or cash in lieu of. The Cadillac program was started by Mary Kay Ash to reward the best of the best. Earning the use of a pink Cadillac takes work and dedication. Approximately 1.5% of Mary Kay independent beauty consultants reach the status of independent sales director. Approximately 10% of Mary Kay independent sales directors earn the use of the iconic pink Cadillac. The career car program also includes the opportunity to earn the use of a Chevy Equinox and Chevy Trax. Since the Mary Kay career car program's inception in 1969, more than 171,000 independent sales force members have qualified or re-qualified to earn the use of a Mary Kay career car. There are currently over 3,600 career cars on the road nationwide, including over 1,000 pink Cadillacs, and there is approximately one in Colorado Springs that I see all the time.
You can't help but laugh.
While I couldn't find any official quote-unquote Mary Kay information about the car program, there was a post on pinktruth.com from 2024 that I will link in the description that gives us a better idea of what these consultants need to reach, the numbers they need to hit to qualify to get these cars. So again, this is linked in the description. I'll be showing screenshots of this article on the screen as I'm talking. The 3 levels of the car, just in case we need a refresher, are the Grand Achiever, which is the lowest, the Premier Club, mid, and Cadillac is the pink Cadillac. According to this post in 2024, they changed the car program. So at the time that they changed it, the Grand Achievers used to have to get $42,000 in sales volume in a quarter. So their sales volume has to be at $42,000. And they have to do that consecutively twice. So the first quarter, $42,000. The second quarter, again, $42,000 or more. Now they have to sell $48,000 in a quarter in 2 consecutive quarters. So it went up by $6,000. For the Premier Club, it used to be $57,000 per quarter. Now it's $66,000. And for the Cadillac, it was $102,000. in of sales volume. And now it's $114,000 of sales volume. That averages $19,000 a month in sales volume for Mary Kay to drive around in a pastel pink Cadillac that people laugh at you in. But okay, go off, Mary Kay queens and kings.
Gotta change the mood a little bit here.
Okay, we've gotten through the depths of the hell that is called Mary Kay, in my opinion. There's a lot to absorb. But we have to have a little bit of fun. Lighthearted fun. We need to talk about the jackets really quick. So the rest of this is no more numbers, mumbo jumbo, none of that bullshit. We're gonna talk first about the jackets, and then I have a special little surprise to wrap us up. The red jacket collection. This little red jacket flyer for Mary Kay says radiate in red with a collection that exudes empowerment. Each jacket blends boldness and class, underscoring your professionalism and style with every stitch. 2 of these jackets commit fashion crimes for me and a few other of you watching this video. And that crime is putting red and pink together. I'm sorry. I will forever feel like red and pink do not belong together. I know that it is a thing now and people are using red and pink. I will never intentionally put pink and red together. Will it happen in the future? Yes, I'm sure it will, but not intentionally like they did with these jackets. Anyway, let's talk about it. They have 4 options. They have the blazer. That one runs you $105 before tax and shipping. And again, these are only available while supplies last, and it looks like next year they're going to change them because this is for 2023 to 2026, or are they going to get rid of them altogether? We don't know. Anyway, the blazer, you could buy it for $105. It's relaxed yet polished. This timeless single button blazer is always in style. Where? The jacket hits below the hip and features both a vented back and vented cuffs to fold back. Peak lapels offer a touch of sophistication, while the inner lining contrasts in a fun hot pink shade, committing all of the fashion crimes. 2 inner pockets, dry clean only, immediately going back on the fucking shelf. No, if I can't put it in my washer and dryer, it is not coming home with me. 52% fine compact polyester and 48% recycled polyester. Order true to size. Then we have the bomber that our little friend wore. She was real excited about that bomber jacket. It's just ugly. Also $105. Elevate your cool vintage aesthetic with the bomber jacket that showcases ribbed accent for her pleasure and a modern rose gold tone zipper. This hip length piece features 2 angled pockets and full length sleeves. You can wear long or push up for an edgier look. You edgy Mary Kay beauty consultant, you. Again, 2 inner pockets and dry clean only. You could get the crop. That's $105 also, before tax and shipping also. This classically tailored above the hip crop jacket boasts elegant details such as 2 front patch pockets, faux leather trim, and black satin lining. Roll up the sleeves thanks to a vented hem. Oh, full length sleeves. Always that a feature. 2 inner pockets and dry clean only. We also have a men's blazer. I have not seen many men. It's been a long video, hasn't it? I have not seen many men consultants within Mary Kay, but hey, I love the options. I don't love that the men have to pay more money. It's $130 for the men's blazer, but these men can add a splash of bold color to their look with this 2-button jacket fashioned with comfortable stretch in a vented back. Lower flap pockets and an upper welt pocket complete the piece for an overall air of sharp sophistication. It's fully lined, and those, my friends, are the options for you to radiate in red with your red Mary Kay jacket. Let's talk about the pink jackets now. I'm in my QVC era with these jackets. Can you tell? They feel QVC. No offense to anybody that shops on QVC. Perfectly pink independent sales director jackets. Make a true to you fashion statement while exuding your Mary Kay pride with a new perfectly pink independent sales director jacket. Choose the classically chic and proud to be pink style you love most and make it your own. Oh, that's another thing we're not going to get to in this video. We might just have to do a part 2 altogether because we didn't talk about the pins. We got to talk about the pins, but this video is long. You could get the classic jacket for $220. Jesus Christos. Traditional blazer in soft pink textured boucle. Lower hip length. Notched shawl collar meets below the bust. Braided trim and pink pearl buttons. Full length sleeve with vents for versatility. Okay. 2 external and 2 internal welt pockets. Fully lined, dry clean only. You could get the short jacket for also $220 US. Soft pink textured boucle, mid-hip length, braided trim and pink pearl buttons. Full length sleeve with vents for versatility. Gotta have that vintage versatility. 2 functional external patch pockets with 2 internal welt pockets. Fully lined, dry clean only. The men, they don't get a jacket. They get a vest for $95. They could wear it under their red jacket. Those red jackets remind me of like the ambassador program. Did you guys have ambassador programs in your high school? The ambassadors would wear the red jacket and they were always way too big for whoever had to wear it. And that's what I think of when I see these red jackets. But anyway, back to the pink vest. $95. 4 center front buttons. It must be so much less because they're not paying for the vented multi-purpose versatile sleeves. You know, those are expensive sleeves. They are vented and versatile. Tailored pink boucle, lined front and satin back. Back adjuster can be tightened for a trimmer look. Hey. Dry clean only. Okay, so there you have it. Go get your red and pink jackets, but don't wear them together. One more order of business. Gotta save the best for last. Misconceptions. My friends, we have a couple more videos from Misconceptions, as well as a blog post from the creator of Misconceptions. First, let's watch these short little gems of videos. They're amazing. They're amazing.
No. Old? Babe, I think you mean mother. It's seasoned, it's slaying, and it's been setting the beauty standard for 60 plus years. Mary Kay didn't follow trends, it raised them. So no, it's not old, it's iconic.
Is that what we're calling it these days? It's not old, it's iconic. To me, that one just sounded like they had no better comeback because it is old, it is aged, it is dated. So they had to be like, it's mother, it's vintage, it's timeless. It's not. Anyway, next.
I don't have plans. I have standards.
I don't know what the purpose of that was, but it was ridiculous. And then here's this last one.
Babes, it's 2025. You can run your Mary Kay business from your phone, in a hoodie, on the couch, with a matcha in hand. Now that's my kind of party. Camera off, sales on.
She's trying so hard. They're trying so hard. But let's hear if they think that Misconceptions is a success or not. I'm not going to read this whole blog post, but I wanted to highlight a couple of things from the post. It is, again, linked in the description below if you want to go and take a look. But at the start of this blog post, it says, in the highly competitive and crowded beauty industry, standing out requires more than just great products. It takes authenticity, reliability, and a deep understanding of your audience. Enter Misconceptions. Mary Kay's bold and refreshingly candid social media content series recently launched in the United States and Canada. It is designed to break through the noise and connect with the next generation of beauty lovers and aspiring entrepreneurs. With an eye on the future and a finger on the cultural pulse, the Misconceptions social series is helping redefine what it means to be both a beauty brand and a direct seller, topping the charts in today's world. One myth-busting moment at a time. And then they did a little Q&A with the vice president of marketing and sales support, Candy. They asked her what exactly the goals are with Misconceptions. We are building bonds through bold storytelling at its core. This social series is all about reaching and engaging the next gen consumer. Individuals who are not only passionate about beauty, but who are also looking for meaning, empowerment, and community in the brand they chose. Nearly 30% of independent beauty consultants who started a Mary Kay business over the last year are under the age of 35. And as of June, 38% of Mary Kay social following is made up of next-gen audience. She says, in a nutshell, Misconceptions aims to build awareness and brand recognition among younger digital native audiences, shift perceptions of the Mary Kay brand by addressing outdated assumptions with an empowering and modern voice, educate and inform in an entertaining way, and create connection and trust by presenting real, relatable content in a tone that is genuine and fun, not forced or overly promotional. Those videos of Misconception feel 1,000,000% forced and overly promotional, in my opinion, of course. And with that, I think we're gonna wrap it up. We've learned a lot. We've gone through a lot. Let me know if you have any questions in the comments. Maybe I missed something. Maybe you need clarification. I don't know. But anyway, if you're not subscribed, can you make sure that you go ahead and hit the subscribe? It is the best way to help support my channel, so I appreciate it so much. Hit the like button or the dislike, whatever you want to do. Engagement is engagement. And as always, thanks for hanging out with me while I talk a bunch of shit, and I will see you in the next one.